know the old saying, spare the rod, spoil the child, but as more evidence emerges that corporal punishment in the classroom may actually be counterproductive, a New York representative wants schools to ban the rod altogether.
Yeah, take a look at this TakePart.com infographic. It really lays it out. 19 states allow corporal punishment in their classrooms. I had no idea that this is still going on. However, prominent studies like the one that was conducted by researchers at Columbia University, your alma mater, last year, indicate that spanking is actually, and to me, obviously counterproductive. As a result, New York Congresswoman Carolyn McCarthy has been pushing legislation to ban corporal punishment in classrooms. This year, she's pushing a bill that will cut off certain funding to school districts where spanking is allowed. What do you guys think? Time to ban spanking?
I thought spanking was banned. I can't believe this is still going on in schools.
Yeah, 19 states, they're not banned. But obviously, if you write the family, or like in schools, if you write the school and let them know beforehand that you're not okay with it, I think, consensus is that chances are they're not going to do it. But as someone who was spanked a lot when I was a kid, I agree, it doesn't really work. But I would not spank my children because I like a challenge. And I figure, if you were spanked, maybe you should try not spanking.
Spanking makes me so uncomfortable. I saw a woman spank a kid one time at Disneyland, and she was screaming at him, and she was like, "You're embarrassing me." And I was like, "Oh, this is awkward." And
do you step in? Do you not?
No, I was just, I'm not for spanking in general. I wasn't spanked growing up, weirdly, but I don't think physical violence of any kind is ever effective.
When I was a kid and I was in school, at my principal's office, there was literally a paddle with the principal's name on it, like hanging in the office, and it was used as a threat over people. The whole idea of that made me so terrified and made me hate the idea of even coming to school or being around that guy, that it was so counterproductive to me.
Did you use it?
Not that I remember, at least not on me, but it's like, why scare the shit out of kids that way? Why not incentivize them in some sort of different way? And also,
it's easier, I think, to just hit.
Succumbing
to violence in general.
To me, it creates problems in relationships that will last a lifetime rather than doing things that are constructive at the time.
And I've seen that firsthand, but are you definitely against it? I mean, you said you wouldn't do it, but you're against it across the board, not just in schools, but if a parent feels they should slap their kid because it'll smack some sense into them.
To me, when I hear about a parent hitting their kid at home, the first thing that comes to mind to me is like child abuse. And what I don't understand is what is the difference between hitting your kid at home and hitting your kid at school? I understand, like, you're going to slap somebody on the hand with a ruler.
At home, you're the one doing it.
Right.
When you do it at school, you're not the one doing it.
Somebody else's.
And so you're trusting that they know.
I also think it sets a scary precedence that if you're being hit and you understand that that's the norm, then maybe you'll start hitting other people.
Right.
And to me, it's just like a very slippery
If you want to give your kid tough love and rough them up, put them in a helmet, send them to a boxing class, and let somebody beat the shit out of them there. Seriously. I mean, if you want to see your kid...
Now, that's a great idea.
Fucking time out. Because even when I was little, I liked to talk all the time. When I was sent to time out, that was like the worst thing ever, sitting alone. That shit was much more effective.
One of the stats that stuck out very quickly, black students are physically punished at schools at a much higher rate, even though they only make up 36%, or they do make up 36% of victims who are actually beaten. They only make up 17% of the entire national student body. So, maybe being black is inherently criminalized.
Let us know, guys. Were you spanked as a kid? What do you think about corporal punishment in schools? We're very curious to know, and we'll see you on the show tonight.